Squire! Fetch my vorpal helmet!
Sir, I don't think that word means what you think it means.
All right, welcome back to Vorpal Helmet. Here we are. The adventurers have returned to the ruined Moathouse. Yesunge, the scout, will move up ahead and scout out, making sure there is nothing that immediately threatens the delvers or adventurers. He sees nothing, so they're all going to individually move their way up there across the drawbridge. So what they do is they look around and they see that last time they were here, they kind of made a quick exit with the bandits that they had in tow. This time they're going to take a look around, and they see that there is a tower to the left. An upper portion of the tower has collapsed, and the interior is dark. A scattering of husks and a few bones lie on the floor in the gleam among the gleam of coins. They can see that, I guess, from where they are. So Yesunge is going to make some rolls here. Make a tracking roll, sees nothing or detects nothing, and it's going to make a perception roll and, hears nothing. So they array themselves and they decide, well, who's going to explore? It looks like we're going to have Frank that's going to go in first. They kind of get themselves in a position to provide some support to Frank. Raj is going to go around. Foxfire, the wizard, is going to keep a safe distance. Thulnar will be there as well. And it is dark in there, so Frank goes in. All right. Frank, let's see, what are we doing with Frank here? Perception check, right. Okay, so Frank makes his perception check, which is important because there is, in fact, something to perceive here. Well, in this particular case, stealth check made by 4, perception check made by less than 4. So it looks like Frank is going to be surprised. Surprised by what, you might say? Well, it's a giant wolf spider. That's exactly what Frank is surprised by. And it was crouched, hiding on the remains of an upper floor some 15 feet overhead. And it jumps down and attacks Frank. So I think what's going to happen here is we're going to start the combat at some point. There we go. Combat tracker. Doesn't look like it has everybody on it yet, but there we go. Bunch of initiative rolls. And it appears the huge spider is going to go first. So the huge spider is going to attack Frank. Right? Let's see if we get an attack roll coming out of here. Well, something happened. Oh, that was, I guess, starting the combat or something. All right. Let's go. Huge spider. Attack. Maybe. The sad thing is this is on 1.5 speed. Since I'm recording the audio later, I can speed it up. But there we go. Finally, we have a roll. All right, tries to bite Frank. What can Frank do? I guess he can defend, right? I mean, he's surprised, but doesn't mean he's completely defenseless. So, is he going to try to block? Probably. Maybe. There's a -1. Not sure what the -1 is for, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, because he was stunned? That's kind of weird, but I guess it's -4. I don't know. Whatever. Yesunge is up. He becomes unstunned. Right, they're all mentally stunned. That's where we are. So Yesunge becomes unstunned. Raj? Let's see. Raj does not become unstunned. I don't think I have him marked as stunned. I don't know what those markers are on the top there. Oh, good grief. I think that's fixed in the newest release. Yeah. Frank is rolling, but he has combat reflexes. So when you have combat reflexes and you roll against mental stun, there is a +6. So he has become unstunned. That's going to be his turn. Foxfire. It's an IQ roll. She makes it. She is no longer mentally stunned. Carlotta does not have combat reflexes, which we verify there. She rolls. She is not mentally stunned. Great. So that's working out pretty well. And Thulnar has a decent IQ. This should be a pretty decent roll for him. Yup. No longer mentally stunned. All right, so the one person who is mentally stunned is Raj, but he's not. The marker doesn't show that. I don't know why. Huge Spider gets to go and attacks Frank again. Is Frank going to be able to defend? Frank is going to take a step back. The spider is trying to bite him. It's going to get his +1 for retreating, presumably. It's got a large shield. Using the modern sheet. Yeah, that should be it. There he goes. Defends with ease. He's pretty good defensively. Yesunge should have a clear shot. Is he going to shoot that spider? I would hope so. The broadhead arrow. Yep. And he does. Let's see whether or not spider will defend. At some point, we'll probably make this roll. It is difficult at times, controlling two different screens. One is the GM, one is the player, but it's fine. Why I don't have a macro for dodge, which is the only defense the spider has, is beyond me. Oh, we do. Yes, dodge and retreat. There we go. He fails to dodge and retreat, and he gets hit. Okay. So let's apply the damage. Or dodge and drop. Really not dodge and retreat, but yes, same thing. Okay, 6 points of damage. The spider has some DR. So, yep. It's a pretty significant wound. Going to be in shock. It needs to make a health roll to avoid stunning and knockdown, which the spider does. But the spider is wounded. That should be the end of Yesunge's turn. Yep. Raj tries to break himself free of mental stun. Now, he gets a +1. It did to help him, but he gets a +1 because every turn thereafter you get an additional +1. Frank is going to attack the spider because that's what one does when you're a knight. You're carrying a long sword and shield. You attack big, ugly spiders, among other things. Hopefully, we can actually do it. It's difficult sometimes to watch the ineptitude associated with trying to do a basic attack. There we go. All right. He hits. I think the spider is size modifier 0, so I think there's no bonuses here. I don't think it's larger than SM0. So the spider, who is lying down and not stunned, but is shocked, nonetheless, lying down is going to have a hard time dodging, I would imagine. Oh, good roll, but just not enough. So Frank will do his damage. That's pretty paltry, to be honest with you. So he does the damage. Not sure that I applied it to the spider, candidly, but well, I assume maybe we did. Who knows? Yeah, he's reeling. Foxfire's moving around. What's she going to do? Probably cast a spell. Probably. Yeah, it looks like the sheet is not the sheet that we want. Yeah, tabbed. Sure. Spells. Nope, that's not spells. That's equipment. Well, Foxfire, I think, is doing something. Maybe she was just moving. Yeah, right. That turn. I was probably checking to see what her encumbrance was. That's what it was. Carlotta is not mentally stunned. It's going to do something. She's going to take an action. Hopefully, it's a move action. Maybe. Oh, committed attack. That allows you to take 2 steps and attack as opposed to 1, or you can take 1 step and attack with a +2. There are negatives to a committed attack. It penalizes your defenses to some degree, and you can't defend with the weapon that you attacked with. But it can be helpful when it needs help friend. So she hits the spider who is prone, fails to dodge. She's going to do significant damage. Oh, yeah, that's a big deal. 11 points of damage to the spider. Crushing. Maximum damage that she can inflict. So, yeah, problematic for the spider. But the spider makes his health roll, or its health roll. Don't know if it's a boy spider or girl spider. And stays awake, because it must be in negative hit points at this point. So you have to immediately make a health roll. It does get knocked back a little bit because of the knockback inflicted by that weapon. And remains prone. Thulnar, who is not stunned, is going to move. That's going to be his job. Go back to the big spider. Big spider is probably, my guess, from what I recall, makes a health roll to stay awake. Good. Is going to change posture, I would imagine, to get to kneeling. Yep. Change posture maneuver. I guess get to kneeling. Yeah. I mean, spiders can kneel. Sure. Yesunge is probably going to draw an arrow. That's my guess. He's probably going to try to fast draw an arrow, which he does. He's going to ready his bow, which he does. All right, Raj, are you still mentally stunned? +2 this time. Hey, he's unstunned. Raj can act normally next turn. Frank. Well, do what you do, Frank. Actually, he can stab from right there. He's got a longsword. No, something is weird there. Yeah, thrust, one-handed. 1 and 2. Right, exactly. So, stab spider. Spider fails to defend. Paltry damage. So, spider takes another wound. Tough breaks for the spider. But the spider is pretty tough. Stays up. Foxfire has moved, and she's going to keep moving, it looks like. Carlotta is going to go in there, try to hit the spider. Let's do that. She gets right in Frank's way, frankly. So, hits. Can the spider defend while kneeling? Nope. Another big hit. I don't know if it pushes the spider down to making death checks yet. Maybe. Not yet. So, yeah, what's happening now? Thulnar moves up, providing support. Spider needs to make a check. Spider is still up. Can, as part of a step, go from kneeling to, or maybe not. I've used the whole change posture. So, went from kneeling to standing. Still shows that the spider has, oh yeah, the spider still has shock. That's still accurate. Raj, not much for him to do. I think he's going to wait and see if he can get an opening. Certainly has the weight maneuver available to him, or on his sheet, or token rather. Frank is up. Carlotta's on the way. Can he stab past her? He's not sure. Tells Carlotta to move. All right. Foxfire. Looks like she's got the weight maneuver on. Carlotta does move. I don't think he can go there. She can go there. Yep. So he moves. Swing. Hits. Spider. Probably going to get hit. I wonder if I should do this at 2x speed instead. Well, we chose 1.5, so that's what we're doing. Another decent hit in the spider. Makes its health roll. So, spider's still doing fine. Frank. Oh, yeah, Frank's weight got triggered. So, he gets a stab, which he can do at 2. Spider fails to dodge, gets hit. Well, this is one of the difficulties when you're a solo against a group of delvers. At least in this particular instance, only a few of them can hit him. But makes his health roll. One tough spider. Very, very tough. Well, guess what? That huge spider, critical success, stays conscious and probably isn't going to go unconscious until maybe brought to negative hit points, whatever that critical success may be. I forget what I ruled in the time. But he's going to go on top of Carlotta. And oh my goodness, another critical. This time a critical hit. Yeah, whoa. Maximum damage. 5 points. Yikes, Frank says. That's not good to Carlotta. Let's see what happens. Okay, so she takes 6 injury, which is just avoids being a major wound. But she also has to save versus poison save. I mean, she has to make a health roll. Oh, nope, she doesn't. So she's going to take, uh-oh, yep. In Dungeon Fantasy RPG, like many RPGs, poison is incredibly fast acting. So 2 dice of toxic. Wow, 7 points of toxic injury. That's definitely going to put her in negative hit points. So I think she needs to make a health roll immediately to stay awake. Oh, you had to fix that. Yep. Immediate health roll. And she does. So she makes her health roll. Yesunge does not have a clear shot at that spider. It's got Frank in between. It's got Carlotta in between. Spider is in Carlotta's hex. Oh, can he go there? I guess he is. Guess we're calling that free square. Hex, whatever. No, guess not. What's he doing? He's evaluating whether or not he wants to shoot. No, he just went in there. Is he shooting? Move and attack? Shoot the spider in the back. Ooh, those are not great odds. Oh, he's got a bulk penalty because he doesn't have heroic archer. Oh, no. Maybe he won't do that. Yep, just checking. No heroic archer. 62 points, man. Or 66, as the case may be. So we're going to retcon that. And I think he's going to move back. Yep. I guess he's going to probably wait. Yep. So he waits. Raj doesn't do anything. He waits. Frank goes in there. Is he going to attack while the spider is in Carlotta's hex? Yeah, he's going to do that. He's not messing around. I don't know if it's a flank for the spider. I might be checking here to see whether or not the spider has 360-degree vision. But the spider is going to attempt to dodge, which is still not good because clearly is at half move and dodge at this point. Whoa. Failed by 1. That's hilarious. What does that say? Damn, that was close. Thrust, not swing. Right. Yep. So that damage is the damage. Whatever. 4 injury. Oh no. The spider either falls unconscious or dies. One of the two. I can't remember. Maybe I write it down here. Fails its death check. So that is the end of the spider. That should be the end of the combat here. Carlotta still has issues that she's going to have to resolve. I don't mean psychological issues. I mean physical health issues. She's at -1. She's probably going to slump down, take a seat. Yep, slumps to the ground, just like I thought. Thulnar is going to go in there to try to help her. Do some minor healing or stop bleeding. Probably stop bleeding. Spells, where are they? Yep. Stop bleeding. Fails. Try it again. Stop bleeding. Success. All right. She's going to heal 1d minus 3 hit points. Thought I had a macro for this or something. Yep, 2. She's at 1 hit point. I think we're going to give her a healing potion. Or cast minor healing. Or both. Yep, minor healing heals her 3. At 4 hit points. I think she's going to consider taking a healing potion. Does she have any? Yes, she does. Oh, yeah. Well, having an issue with the sheet properly tracking the fact that she's taking a potion, but we got it. All right, so she's going to take a potion. Let's see how many she heals. 2. So she goes from 4 to 6 hit points. Not great when her max is 12, but could be worse. So I think we zoom out here, and my assumption is They're going to collect whatever loot is on the ground. Typing something there. What? Oh, yeah. Right. The upper portion of the tower has collapsed. The interior is dark. A scattering of something. It's on the ground. Scattering of husks and a few bones lie on the floor among the gleam of coins. And a perception roll made. Raj searches and finds various coins on the floor, as well as a box covered with dirt and grime. So in terms of what he finds, let's see, writing it out there. Frank finds 2 silver coins and 5 copper coins, $45 total. It appears that the box, when clean, might be worth something. So, do something there. Raj is going to open the box, I imagine. Someone will open the box. There we go. The party rests for about 30 minutes to recover fatigue. Okay, roll the 9. I'm ruling that that's not going to result in any encounters at this time.
Thanks for watching Vorpal Helmet.